Well, we are back again with another episode of Soccer Betting News. I'm your host, Desh, and with me in studio today is AFCON specialist, Mogale, Sathekge.
Good day, everyone. Thank you so much, Desh, for welcoming me.
Mo, thanks so much for joining us because you know Bafana are into the semi-finals of the African Cup of Nations. Now, at the outset, how do you feel about that?
Look, I'm so relieved and I'm so happy that finally, after so many years, again, we are going to play in the semi-finals of a prestigious tournament like AFCON. And I'm just hoping that the boys can pull a very special one and bring it home.
Yeah. When you say bring it home, I just shivers just went down my spine because, the last time Hugo Bruce was at AFCON, he took the trophy back with him.
Yes. I mean, if I remember very well, he was with Cameroon when he won the trophy.
I think it was 2017, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's not so long ago.
Yeah.
So the man has got that lucky charm with him of winning.
He's won for 100% record.
Yeah.
So do you actually think we stand a chance? I mean, at this point, I think everybody has a mathematical possibility, but realistically, we're up against Nigeria, the host nation, Ivory Coast are still in it. Do we stand a chance?
Look, it's not a matter of mathematics anymore. It's a matter of who's going to play the game and match victorious at the end of that particular game. So as much as Nigeria wants it, South Africa wants it.
Yeah.
The faith the boys have in each other and also the coach and also the players who are always on the bench. It's pretty much amazing. You can see that they have one common goal and mentality. So everything is possible for Bafana to come back home with the trophy.
Okay, let's unpack the quarterfinals. South Africa went through to the semis, advancing in the penalty shootouts. Ronald Williams with an incredible performance. We'll get to him in a minute, but let's talk about the 120 minutes of football that we experienced. Cape Verde finished the 2 hours with 25 shots, only 2 of which were on target. One of which hit the woodwork, and Williams, I want to say he wasn't as busy as Vosinya, that being the Cape Verde keeper. We finished with 16 shots to our name, and I think 6 of them were on target. So, I think we were more clinical with our finishing, or rather more on target than Cape Verde were. Look,
there are so many times where Williams had to come in for the team and save the day, Cape Verde, like I said, when you're playing teams like Cape Verde and Morocco, you're more likely to defend deep high as much as you can because they play the ball on the ground just like us.
Yeah.
And if any team plays the ball on the ground and overpower us, it means they are taking more and they are doing things differently tactically from point of view to play much better than us. Cape Verde they were a better team at the end of the day in that game, but like I always say, sometimes the decisions that the coaches make, they determine the game.
Yeah.
The Cape Verde coach took out his most 2 influential players in those games, and they tried. Then now the pace was a bit reduced and everything, and then that's how we ended up coming back into the game and having few attacks at the end. I mean, there were 2 attacks. Michali could have buried it for Bafana. Mahopa's
as well,
volley header that Vosinya had to flick over the pole and everything. So Bafana, it could have been a game that Bafana won with that 2-3 chances they got into.
Could have been wrapped up in the normal time, but with that being said, the game did go to penalty shootout where Ronald Williams stood head and shoulders above the rest. I mean, the man is on, I think, 4 clean sheets of his 5 tournament appearances. It's absolutely ridiculous. 4 consecutive clean sheets. Is he your AFCON goalkeeper of the tournament?
Yes, without any doubt. I mean, Ron Wenman has been there for the team. We have seen how much he has carried South Africa. He's playing for the badge. He's motivating the players. Even if you look at the videos that cola posts in the dressing room and everything. When they are singing, Ronwen, like no player has to sit down. Ronwen will pick up a player to say, guys, join, let's sing and let's uplift each other's spirit and everything. But, with Ronwen, I was not surprised. I mean, Ronwen is like when you had the late Senzo Mewiwa. When you have a goalkeeper that during penalty shootouts, you have an advantage already. So there is no way that Ronwen can be in the goals and then all the 5 penalties can go through past him. You have an advantage with such kind of a goalkeeper. You know that at least 1 or 2, Ronwen is going to keep them out. Then as players, mentally, you have to be very sharp. When you go and take the penalty there, you must know your story and make sure that you convert because your goalkeeper at the end of the day. Anytime that one chance is going to get to save one penalty, he's going to do it.
Yeah, 100%. You just reminded me of something. With Williams leading the celebrations in the changing rooms, do you think it's his second in charge, Veli Mocho, who has to lead it on the field? Because I've seen many times Mocho's out there celebrating with the guys.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that Veli and Ronwen, actually, they are taking it. They are in the forefront when it comes to this Bafana team. You can see that they are the ones uplifting the mood and the spirit of these players. You can see that Veli and Ronwen at some point, that leadership is there. And I mean, why are we surprised with Moto? Moto is like a very passionate goalkeeper, especially when it comes to Bafana. And man, I like what I see in the dressing room when the guys are there, when the guys are singing, when the guys are, there is this song that they like so much, Pambiling Yeho. You know what it means?
Tell me.
Forward we go with fighting. War means we are going for a fight. So the song is Pambelinye or Pambel. So they say after every game they win. That song comes into them. You can see how much confidence they will be having after winning each and every game. The song just simply means that, guys, we are done with the previous war, but the war still carries on. That's what the song means.
The next battle that we'll have to overcome is Nigeria. How do you think we're going to set up in that one?
Look, we want revenge. Nigeria, we want revenge. And I don't think that in the past 5 games that we played, I don't think that I can say that Nigeria is too much different from us. If we look at the latest stats, 3 draws, 1 win each. I mean, it can go either way, Bafana's way or Nigeria's way. And I'm so happy because people will go on. Nigeria's game is so balanced because even when you look at the players, is this player against this player. I mean, Noabali now is being compared to Ronwen Williams, and it's one of those things. And you have people thinking that Lokman and Osimhen are just going to have a walk in the park. Man, Mvala and Kekana have built one of the most formidable defense in this AFCON. In terms of making sure that they are clean sheets, in terms of making sure that they don't concede, in terms of making sure that Bafana wins important games and so forth. So it's not just going to be a simple game for Lukman and Osimhen.
You mentioned those 2 players, but really it is a star-studded powerhouse of football. Nigeria, one of the strongest nations in the continent. And, with them reaching just AFCON on its own, I think they scored 22 goals across their 6 qualifying games, with Osimhen personally scoring 10. He was the only player to score double digits. What's the mentality of him coming into this one?
Look, I'm not going to lie. When you look at the guy in terms of how he plays, Nigeria has got their own Runwen, which is Osimhen. Osimhen fights up until the last drop. You can see when he plays, you can see how much he tries to create opportunities when he's in the field of play, even though he doesn't score. But his work rate is very high.
Definitely.
He works so hard. He makes sure that the team gets opportunities. They attack, he marks, and, he tries to speak with the guys on the pitch to push. So he's such an influential player. But also, like I'm saying, with Bafana also, we've got quite influential players on the pitch. I mean, for me, Sithole is one of the players that I can single out. The man doesn't say much.
He's underrated, very underrated.
But the man makes sure that the job gets done at the end of the day. You know, you have Mokoena who's always making sure that no one bullies us in the middle of the park. And you have Kulisomuda who on the right, you know, the man runs with you the whole entire day. You have Umuda who also who's trying so much and so hard to always make sure that the team stays okay at the back and so forth. So it's not just gonna be a walk in the park for Nigeria. They are bringing more. We are bringing more times 4. Yes.
I want to talk to you about the legs in the team, because I know before we played Morocco, Bafana had one rest day less than the opponents, and we got past them. Then we play Cape Verde, over 120 minutes and penalties. And then you look at a player like Maseko, he's been our super sub. We've brought him on, I think, every game, and he's had a direct impact. But I believe his tournament is over. I think you saw him being replaced, coming on as a substitute. So, you know, his injury is a serious one. Do we have the legs in the team?
Yes, I think we do have the legs. I mean, why don't we try Apollos? Because he's a player that we can try and put in there to see what are the results that we are going to get and so forth. I mean, try Apollos is there, try Morena when try Monare when you see that Usitole doesn't have the legs or he's exhausted or something. You know, the legs are there. It's just a matter of you know, when these guys, when you bring them on the pitch, try to speak with them, have like a pep talk with them and say, guys, you're not gonna get in there and watch the game. Immediately when you get in there, you must make sure that you are able to match the standard and the pace and the pace of the team and everything. So we've got the legs, man. I don't think that we don't have the legs. We do have the legs to come back with this AFCON back to South Africa.
100%. With that being said, give me your prediction in this game.
The prediction of this game, yes.
That tells me everything.
Hey, a 1-1 draw maybe.
Yeah.
And South Africa to win.
On
penalties or extra time.
Imagine. Well, football fans, you've heard it right here from the AFCON specialist, Mogale Sathekge. Sir, it's been a pleasure unpacking everything Bafana related to you. Until we meet again next week.
Thank you so much, Desh, for the invitation.
Sure. Thanks. Cheers.
For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agent.